Allison, and I'm back. And today we'll be talking about calf self-care. It's getting nice outside. Some of you might be doing new activities like running or walking, things your calves are not used to, and then makes them sore. And then you're unlikely to go out and do it again the next day or the day after that until that soreness goes away. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to decrease the soreness in a short amount of time. So first thing is just using your thumbs to kind of squeeze. So I'm going to push my thumbs and kind of squeeze my calf and move it back and forth while I've got my thumbs pushing into the back of the calf. And you can start up at the top and move your way down. If you've got somebody else to do this, that's really nice too. And we're going to make it all the way down the calf. And you can kind of feel like what side of it, maybe it's down the center that's tight, that'd be more your soleus, or if it's this lateral aspect that's tight, that's telling you a lot about your body and where you carry the tightness. Medial tightness, this like your gastrocnemius, like this big bulky part right there. So the hamstring stretches that we do would correlate along those lines. So if your lateral calf, I'm going to switch sides now, is tight, then you would want to stretch your lateral hamstring line. If your medial calf is tight, then you might want to stretch your medial hamstring. And if your soleus is tight, that would go right down, the central line, so central hamstring. And I have videos for all of those. So we're working on the second one, and the next thing I want to talk to you about is about foam rolling, which I don't really do in class, but it might be an option for some of you. I've got 3 foam rollers here. I've got your typical high-density foam roller. I've got a wooden roller. This is called an MA roller. It's great for calves. I know it looks brutal, but it's wooden and it's got these little knobs in the middle. And then I've got my rumble roller, which looks like tire tracks, and it's great for calves too. Anyway, I'm just going to demonstrate on the regular foam roller, figuring that's probably what you would have. You could also use a rolling pin if you don't have a foam roller. Anyway, I'm going to set this out, and I'm going to put my calf on it. You can do one leg at a time. The thing about this is a little bit of a core workout because you've got to lift your body up and roll back and forth. You can do them both at the same time. I like to cross my legs. And again, you can kind of turn the leg out or in, getting into those other areas of your calf. So I'm going to let you guys that have the foam rollers continue with that. The thing that I really like to do with my calves to get some of this tension out, massaging myself, is just to come on my hands and knees. Now, if you can't flatten out your feet for this, or if you have knee tension, you might want to put a pillow underneath your knees. But you can always put a towel underneath your feet, a rolled up towel, and that will help so you don't have to, extend your toe all the way. I know some of you can't do that because you have either metal in your ankle or just not that much mobility. Anyway, I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to cross one shin over the bottom of my calf, starting near the ankle. And I'm going to sit back on it. And then I'm going to move it up a little bit, like an inch or 2. Sit back on it. Now, how much pressure you put on that is up to you. And then I'm going to keep moving it up. When you get to that point where it crosses, the gastrocnemius crosses over the soleus, it's going to get a little painful. So be kind to yourself. And you can see here, I'm moving it up, I'm sitting back, and I kind of like to wiggle. And we're going to go all the way up to behind the knee. Getting way up there behind the knee is great because you've got some trigger points up there. And we're going to come all the way back down again. I want to give you guys plenty of time to do this. Take your time. Don't rush through it because the calves love you for this. I'm going to show you at the end when we get down to the bottom of the calf. You can actually use the top of your foot. You put the top of your foot or your shin, the top of your foot, cross the feet one over the other right on the arch and sit back. You can massage your arch, the arch of your foot, which is great. If you have plantar fasciitis, it might be a little painful, but it should help. And then we'll go to the other side. So I am crossing my ankle over the bottom of the calf, sitting back. I'm going to move it up a little bit. I just went running yesterday, so this feels really, really nice. I'm doing this actually more for me than for you. But I know we do this in class sometimes, and people do like it. Some people don't like it, but you need it. A lot of people need it. Calves are one of those muscles. I mean, out of all the muscles in the body, they're probably the densest. And they do respond to massage, they respond to stretching, but you got to do it a lot. And you can't do enough, in my opinion. All kinds of stretching, resistance stretching, static stretching, dynamic stretching, anything that you can do for the calves, they really appreciate it. I had someone tell me once that the calves are like, I'm moving this up, I'm just going to keep moving it up all the way to the back of the knee, that you can think of the calves as like the second heart because they're the most dense muscle that is farthest away from your heart. So that's why walking is so beneficial for you, because every time you walk, the blood is moving, it's being pumped by your calves while you're walking back up. So it's, you're increasing that blood flow throughout your entire body. And that's why when you go into the hospital and they give you those little socks that keep the calves tight, or the blow up things around your calves to keep that blood flowing back and forth from your extremities back to your heart. Just a little known information, take it or leave it. So I move my way back down, all the way back down, and I'm going to, again, cross my arch, the top of my foot over the arch, and sit back. This feels really nice to me. And then we're going to do one more thing. I am going to lie down, and we're going to do a little calf pre-stretching warm-up. So lie down and bring your knee into your chest. You can extend the opposite leg if you like. I'm going to kick my foot up. I'm going to pull my knee into my chest as tight as I can. Kick the foot up. Don't let the knee push away from you. That's false range of motion. I'm going to kick my foot up, point and flex. You can make some circles, but even just, pointing and flexing is a great way to kind of loosen up the calves a bit. And then we'll switch legs. So knee into the chest, kick it up, point, flex. Circles if you like. And there you go. The next video will be a series of stretches that we do in class a lot, and I have a lot of people in class that like the series, so that'll be coming in the next video, calf stretching. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now.